Hollywood has always been a place where beauty and chaos coexist, where dreams are born under blinding lights, but secrets survive in the shadows. And right now, one of the most respected names in entertainment has found herself standing uncomfortably close to that shadow. Jennifer Hudson. To the world, she is grace personified, a powerhouse vocalist, an EGT winner, a woman whose voice carries pain, hope, and triumph all at once. From church choirs in Chicago to global stages, her rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. But as Hollywood begins to shake under the weight of long-buried truths, even the most carefully guarded lives are being pulled into the conversation. And Jennifer Hudson's name is suddenly being whispered. Not shouted, not accused, whispered. Because in Hollywood, whispers are often more dangerous than screams. The man who never settles it starts with a familiar narrative, the kind Hollywood has perfected over decades. The story of a man who never truly commits. Someone who drifts from relationship to relationship, like a bee moving from flower to flower, never staying long enough to build roots. Some people call it freedom. Others call it avoidance. And some call it dishonesty. The truth is, many celebrities survive by never fully settling emotionally or publicly. Commitment invites questions. And questions invite scrutiny. Which brings us to a recurring frustration echoed quietly but persistently. Why can't people just be honest? Honest about love. Honest about power. Honest about what really happens behind closed doors. Jennifer Hudson. The woman the world believes in, Jennifer Hudson, is not just another celebrity name floating through gossip cycles. She represents something deeper. She is the shy girl who stepped onto the American Idol stage in 2004 and shocked the world. She didn't even win the competition, yet she walked away with something far more valuable: respect. Her talent was undeniable, her presence unforgettable. From that moment on, Jennifer Hudson built a career brick by brick. Grammy Awards, an Academy Award, a Tony, an Emmy, an achievement so rare it places her among legends. Presidents invited her to sing. Broadway welcomed her. Hollywood embraced her. But what the cameras don't always show is the cost. Behind her success lies heartbreak, unimaginable loss, and years of emotional resilience. Jennifer Hudson has faced tragedy in ways that would break many. Yet she stood back up quietly, gracefully, and without spectacle. Colleagues describe her as careful, intelligent, reserved, a woman who listens more than she speaks. Someone who understands that in this industry, silence can be a form of survival. Privacy as protection. Jennifer has always guarded her personal life fiercely. When asked about relationships, she doesn't deflect with arrogance or oversharing. She chooses dignity. "I like to keep it private," she said before. Not out of secrecy, but out of self-preservation. Even when interviewers press, even when curiosity grows louder, she stays measured. She acknowledges love without exploiting it. She praises her partner without turning intimacy into entertainment. And that restraint? It's rare in Hollywood. Love, addiction, and emotional honesty. At one point, Jennifer spoke candidly about something many avoid admitting: love addiction. Not addiction to people, but addiction to the feeling. That intoxicating honeymoon phase. The rush. The validation. Her therapist helped her recognize it for what it was: a cycle that felt good but wasn't always healthy. And in admitting that, Jennifer did something powerful. She told the truth. In an industry built on illusion, truth is revolutionary. The calm before the industry storm. While Jennifer focused on healing, growth, and love built on balance, a different kind of storm was brewing elsewhere in Hollywood. Voices long ignored began getting louder. Cat Williams, Jaguar Wright. Two figures unafraid of saying what others only think. They weren't joking anymore. They weren't hinting. They were calling out names, power structures, and alleged deals that have protected certain people for years. Hollywood started paying attention. And once again, Jennifer Hudson's name appeared, not as an accuser, not as a culprit, but as someone close enough to power that speculation followed her. In this industry, proximity alone can make you vulnerable. Happiness under a microscope. Publicly, Jennifer speaks about happiness with calm certainty. I'm very happy, she says. This relationship is my happy place. Her partner echoes the sentiment, describing the relationship as grounding, inspiring, and deeply meaningful. A partnership built on equality, respect, and shared purpose. It sounds simple. It sounds healthy. It sounds real. But in Hollywood, even happiness is questioned. Is it genuine? Is it strategic? Is it temporary? And when outside scandals erupt, no one is immune from suspicion, not even those who stay silent. The unforgiving spotlight as rumors spread about powerful figures and alleged releases that shocked the public. Cat Williams made one thing clear: this is not over. His message was sharp. Warning. Unapologetic. And Jaguar Wright continued pushing, naming systems, questioning protections, and challenging the silence that has long shielded the industry's elite. Jennifer Hudson never asked to be part of that narrative. But Hollywood doesn't ask for permission. Once your name carries weight, it also carries risk. And for someone like Jennifer, a symbol of perseverance, talent, and dignity, the stakes are higher than ever. Because when the industry starts collapsing inward, even the most respected faces must decide: do you speak? Do you stay silent? Or do you protect yourself at all costs? Hollywood has always thrived on illusion. The red carpets, the award speeches, the carefully crafted interviews, all designed to sell a dream. But when the cracks begin to show, the truth doesn't whisper. It roars. And lately, that roar has been impossible to ignore. The voices that refuse to stay quiet. Cat Williams is no stranger to controversy, but this time, he wasn't cracking jokes. His words carried a sharp edge, not humor, but warning. During live appearances and unfiltered moments, he made it clear that what the public thinks is over is only beginning. You thought it was quiet, he asked. You thought it was finished? The message was clear. Powerful figures don't disappear just because the spotlight dims. They wait. And so do the consequences. Jaguar Wright, once known primarily for her music, has transformed into something far more dangerous to the system: a whistleblower with nothing left to lose. Without industry protection, without corporate backing, she speaks freely. And that freedom terrifies Hollywood. Together, Cat and Jaguar represent a growing threat to the industry's most guarded secrets. The Diddy question that won't go away. Rumors surrounding Diddy's alleged release sent shockwaves through entertainment circles. For many, it raised an uncomfortable question: how does someone surrounded by allegations walk free while others are silenced? To critics like Jaguar Wright, the answer lies in power. Connections. Deals made in private rooms where truth is optional and loyalty is mandatory. To Hollywood insiders, the situation is a reminder of an unspoken rule: the system protects its own until it doesn't. And when that protection cracks, the fallout spreads fast. Jennifer Hudson's name enters the conversation. Jennifer Hudson never positioned herself as an activist or a whistleblower. Her brand has always been rooted in talent, professionalism, and grace. She built her empire without controversy, without public feuds, and without burning bridges. But in Hollywood, association alone can pull you into chaos. Jennifer has shared stages, events, and professional spaces with some of the industry's most powerful figures, including those now under scrutiny. That doesn't imply guilt, but it does invite speculation. And speculation is Hollywood's favorite weapon. Suddenly, her once protected privacy feels fragile. Silence as strategy or survival. One of the hardest truths about fame is that silence is rarely neutral. When scandals explode, the public demands reactions. Statements, condemnations, apologies, anything to confirm a narrative. But Jennifer Hudson remains quiet. Is it wisdom? Is it fear? Or is it experience? Those who know her describe her as deeply thoughtful. Someone who understands timing. Someone who knows when speaking helps and when it destroys. In an industry where careers can vanish overnight, silence can be the difference between survival and sacrifice. The weight of being an EGT. Jennifer Hudson isn't just a celebrity, she's an institution. An EGT winner carries a legacy larger than any single moment. She represents success earned, not gifted. Talent recognized, not manufactured. That kind of image is powerful. and fragile. One rumor, one misunderstood connection, one poorly timed sentence, and decades of work could be questioned. This is why Hollywood's most successful figures often choose restraint over reaction. They understand that truth doesn't always protect you, reputation does. Love, faith, and public scrutiny. While the industry churns with chaos, Jennifer speaks only of gratitude. She credits God for her relationship. She describes love as something guided, not rushed, grounded, not addictive. Her partner speaks of balance, of equality, of inspiration. This isn't a relationship built for headlines, it's built for peace. But even that draws attention. In Hollywood, happiness itself can be suspicious, especially when others are unraveling. The system's unwritten rules. There are rules in this industry that no contract ever states. Don't speak on what you didn't see, don't challenge those who helped you rise, don't burn bridges you might need again. Jaguar Wright broke those rules. Cat Williams is breaking them loudly. Jennifer Hudson, however, has followed them carefully. Not because she's complicit, but because she understands the cost. Why Jennifer matters to the narrative. So why do Cat and Jaguar's conversations even brush against Jennifer Hudson's name? Because influence matters. Jennifer isn't just a singer. She's a producer, a talk show host, a cultural symbol. Her voice, literal and figurative, reaches millions across generations. If someone like Jennifer ever spoke out, it wouldn't just shake the industry. It would legitimize the accusations. And that's exactly why her silence is so closely watched. The pressure builds. Every public appearance now carries weight. Every interview question feels loaded. Every smile is analyzed. Hollywood is waiting, not necessarily for her to speak, but to see if she breaks. Because when the industry is under fire, even the most beloved stars become collateral. And Jennifer Hudson stands at a crossroads few ever see, where dignity, loyalty, fear, and truth all collide. Hollywood doesn't just reward talent. It tests endurance. For Jennifer Hudson, success didn't come wrapped in protection. It came with lessons learned the hard way, lessons about trust, loss, and the cost of being visible in a world that consumes its stars. The trauma behind the triumph, before the awards, before the standing ovations, before the red carpets, Jennifer Hudson faced pain that reshaped her entirely. Personal tragedy struck her life in a way no fame could soften. Loss arrived without warning, changing her forever. While the world celebrated her achievements, she was learning how to survive grief under a microscope. Most people grieve in private. Jennifer grieved in public silence. And that silence became her shield. She learned early that vulnerability, while human, is dangerous in an industry that profits from emotional exposure. The less you reveal, the less they can take. Why Jennifer chooses control over chaos. Those close to Jennifer describe her as disciplined, careful, strategic, not cold, aware. She understands that Hollywood remembers everything, but forgives very little. One emotional outburst, one poorly chosen alliance, one impulsive statement, and suddenly the narrative changes. That's why she doesn't rush to comment when scandals erupt. She watches, she listens, she waits. Because reacting too soon can be more damaging than staying quiet. Loyalty, the invisible contract. Every successful career in Hollywood is supported by invisible agreements. Not written, not spoken, but deeply understood. Loyalty isn't just appreciated, it's expected. You don't question the system that elevated you. You don't expose rooms you were allowed to enter. And you don't disrupt power structures unless you're prepared to lose everything. Jaguar Wright broke that contract. Cat Williams is challenging it. Jennifer Hudson has honored it, so far. The cost of breaking the code. History shows what happens to those who speak out without protection. Opportunities dry up. Invitations stop coming. Media narratives shift subtly but permanently. Suddenly, the same industry that applauded you starts distancing itself. Jennifer has seen this happen to others. She's watched talented voices fade not because they lacked skill, but because they lacked safety. That knowledge informs every move she makes. The burden of being untouchable. Ironically, Jennifer's success makes her more vulnerable. When you reach the highest level, EGOT status, global respect, cultural icon, you become a symbol. And symbols are easy targets. People project their hopes onto you, their expectations, their moral demands. The public wants heroes, but Hollywood punishes them first. Jennifer understands this paradox. She knows that speaking up could elevate her as a truth teller or destroy her as a liability. Love as stability, not escape. Unlike earlier chapters of her life, Jennifer no longer seeks emotional highs. She has openly acknowledged how she once confused intensity with love. Now, she values peace. Her relationship isn't about spectacle or validation. It's about grounding, faith, balance. She describes it as a place where happiness isn't loud, it's steady. And that stability matters now more than ever. When everything else feels uncertain, love becomes the anchor. Faith in a faithless industry. Jennifer often credits God for her clarity. Not in a performative way, but as a guiding force. In an industry driven by ego and power, faith offers something rare: perspective. It reminds her that fame is temporary, that applause fades, that integrity, once lost, is almost impossible to reclaim. Faith helps her resist pressure, whether it comes from fans demanding answers or insiders urging silence. The dangerous middle ground. Jennifer now exists in the most dangerous position of all, the middle. She isn't accusing anyone. She isn't defending anyone. She isn't denying rumors. She's simply existing while the industry burns around her. But the middle ground is unstable, because eventually the fire spreads. And when it does, silence can be interpreted as consent, even when it isn't. Why the industry watches her closely. Jennifer Hudson's voice carries credibility. She isn't known for drama. She isn't known for lies. She isn't known for attention-seeking. If she spoke, people would listen. And that's exactly why the industry hopes she doesn't. Power doesn't fear noise, it fears believable truth. The question that refuses to die, so the question grows louder with every passing week. Will Jennifer Hudson ever speak? Or will she continue to protect herself in a system that demands loyalty above honesty? Because one thing is certain, this storm isn't ending soon. And Jennifer Hudson, whether she likes it or not, stands at the center of a conversation far bigger than herself. In Hollywood, truth doesn't travel alone. It's always accompanied by speculation, exaggeration, and agendas. And once a narrative takes hold, facts become optional. This is the stage Jennifer Hudson now stands on, not one lit by applause, but by scrutiny. How rumors become reality. A rumor doesn't need proof to spread. It needs curiosity. One comment turns into a headline. One headline turns into a theory. And suddenly, a story exists, whether it's true or not. Jennifer Hudson's name entering whispered conversations doesn't mean wrongdoing. But in the public eye, association alone becomes suspicion. Hollywood has perfected this formula. You don't accuse directly. You suggest. You let the audience connect dots that may not even exist. And once those dots are drawn, erasing them becomes nearly impossible. The media machine at work. Entertainment media isn't built to protect people, it's built to maintain attention. Scandals sell. Silence creates mystery. Mystery drives clicks. Jennifer's restraint becomes content. Her absence of comment becomes analysis. Her every move is interpreted. A smile becomes a sign. A delay becomes a strategy. A quiet moment becomes a headline. This is how narratives are shaped, not by truth, but by repetition. Controlled images and hidden power. Hollywood careers are managed carefully. Publicists, lawyers, executives. Every interview, every appearance, every quote is weighed. When crises erupt, damage control begins immediately, not to uncover truth, but to protect value. Jennifer Hudson represents immense value. Her image is clean, her talent unquestioned, her reputation carefully preserved. That makes her both powerful and vulnerable. Because once an image cracks, the industry doesn't rush to fix it, it replaces it. Guilt by association. Jennifer has crossed paths with countless powerful figures, as most successful artists do. Award shows, collaborations, charity events, industry dinners. None of that implies involvement. But the public doesn't always understand proximity. If you stood near someone, you must know something. If you worked with someone, you must be complicit. If you stayed silent, You must be hiding something. This logic is flawed but effective. And it's why Hollywood teaches its stars to avoid even the appearance of controversy. Why silence becomes suspicious in normal life. Staying quiet is often wise. In Hollywood, it's interpreted. People ask, why hasn't she spoken? What is she protecting? Who is she protecting? The louder Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright become, the more Jennifer's silence is contrasted against their boldness. And contrast creates tension. But silence isn't always fear. Sometimes it's calculation. The risk of saying the wrong thing speaking out carries its own dangers. Say too little, and you're accused of avoidance. Say too much, and you're accused of knowing more than you should. Jennifer understands that once words leave your mouth, they no longer belong to you. They can be edited, clipped, misquoted, and weaponized. A single sentence could shift her entire legacy. That's a risk she's not willing to take lightly. Hollywood's short memory and long punishment. Hollywood forgets achievements quickly, but it remembers controversy forever. Decades of success can be overshadowed by one moment of perceived misalignment. Jennifer's awards won't protect her. Her talent won't shield her. Her faith won't save her. Only strategy will. And strategy often means waiting until the storm passes, even if it never truly does. The audience's role in the chaos. Fans often believe they want truth. But what they really want is resolution. They want a villain. They want a hero. They want closure. Jennifer doesn't fit easily into any of those roles. She isn't accusing. She isn't confessing. She isn't denying. And that ambiguity frustrates an audience trained on drama. When perception becomes destiny in Hollywood, perception shapes opportunity. Casting decisions, endorsements, invitations, all influenced by how safe someone appears. Jennifer's careful behavior is a signal to studios, networks, and brands that she is stable, reliable, non-disruptive. And in times of chaos, that matters more than ever. The storm tightens as allegations continue circulating. The pressure doesn't ease, it concentrates. Jennifer Hudson doesn't need to be guilty to be affected. She only needs to bear slowing down. And the system that once felt untouchable is beginning to feel exposed. Cat Williams and Jaguar Wright's endgame. Cat Williams doesn't speak recklessly. His message carries intention. He understands how the industry operates, how it buries stories, redirects blame, and waits for public attention to move on. But this time, he's signaling something different. This is only the beginning. Those words aren't entertainment. They're a warning. Jaguar Wright, meanwhile, continues without fear of consequence. She doesn't need approval or protection. That makes her unpredictable and dangerous to those in power. If even a fraction of her claims are proven, the ripple effect will be massive. And when ripples grow, they become waves. What happens when more names surface? Hollywood survives on selective exposure. Some truths are allowed, others are buried. But if additional names surface, especially respected, familiar ones, the public reaction will shift from curiosity to outrage. Jennifer Hudson's fear isn't about being guilty. It's about being adjacent. In this industry, adjacency is enough. Once you're part of the conversation, you're no longer in control of how your name is used. The illusion of safety. For years, success has offered Jennifer a form of insulation. Awards, respect, public goodwill. But insulation doesn't stop fire, it slows it. And if the flames spread far enough, even the most admired figures are forced to respond. The danger isn't scandal alone, it's misinterpretation. Hollywood doesn't ask, is this true? It asks, is this damaging? The career fork in the road. Jennifer stands before two futures. One path is silence. Ride out the storm. Let attention shift. Preserve stability. Maintain industry trust. This path protects her career, but invites moral questioning. The other path is voice. Speaking out. Distancing herself publicly. Drawing lines. This path satisfies public conscience, but risks professional consequences that can't be undone.